Guys, this is Comic Can, and today I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite American style manga that has ever been created, and it's probably one of the best in America. And it's it's so good that I would consider it better than most manga that are coming over from Japan nowadays. It's called Empowered by Adam Warren, and it is honestly one of the best comics made in America, period. And it's got everything that you would want in a manga series, but it's also got all the fan service, you might say. But the characters are so human and alive and so realistic in terms of how they act, or it's hard to explain. Like they have a weird way that they talk, and it's just the way that Adam Warren has always written his characters. He's a writer artist who can write his characters really well, but also they have their own unique way of speaking. And he's fantastic, a fantastic draftsman. Like he's great at drawing, conveying expressions, and you can already tell like what type of fetish he's drawing in the story. But besides that, the story itself is actually really really awesome. It's really well drawn, really well done, and really well written. Like it's so well written to the point where you're just like, man, like why isn't there an anime of this already? There it should be an anime. And I've always wanted there to be an anime. I always wondered why nobody ever talks about this manga and why nobody ever has tried to make it into a full-fledged series, because it deserves it more than any other story that I know of. It was actually the first time where I felt that feeling of, when I was reading it, where I felt that feeling of like I'm actually addicted to the story that's going on here and I have to read more. It's like I got to volume 5 or volume 4 and I was just like, I need more. I have to keep reading more. I have to keep going forward because this is too good. And it's just because he's good at writing emotions. He's good at writing character moments and character beats, and really letting you feel what the character is feeling, especially because his character, the main character, is always in a underdog position. Like she's always in the position where like she's a loser. Like she's actually a loser in this whole in this whole story. Her her coworkers all make fun of her. Like she's always on the losing end of things, and she barely wins any fights and battles, but she has two best friends. She has, well, this one's her boyfriend and then this one's her best friend, and they are basically uh on her side. They're like ride or dies for her, and it's so good. Like this story is so good, and like she actually has a healthy relationship with her boyfriend. I've never seen that before in comics. Like, oh, these two characters actually like each other, and it's not just a kiss and then, oh, okay, yeah, we see that they like each other. No, it's like full blown like just healthy relationship stuff, and it's I just wonder why nobody's ever talked about this before, because it's awesome. And yeah, what else? The story starts to really pick up, especially around like issue 4, where we get like a full arc of the story. Like we see like, oh, okay, this is an event that happened in the characters' lives, and it builds up to that. It builds up to that point. And the thing is like every character has a life outside the page. Like the characters are always alluding to something that happened before, or something that could happen in the future. Like they're always talking about past stuff as if they're a real person. Like they're not just one-dimensional sex objects or whatever. They actually have a life off the page. And then in the future volumes, in the future bits of the story, you actually see some of those plot lines pay off to where you're like, oh, this wasn't just a joke. this was an actual thing that they should have been worried about, and it actually happened. Um, and let me see if I can grab one more volume of it. All right, cool. I had another one nearby on hand, and it's just amazing to look at. It's just awesome to see. Like, it was one of those stories where I was just like, I need to read more. I have to keep going. I have to see how this turns out. And this is from volume 4, one of my favorites. Even though this is a big one, like a big deluxe edition, um I know this panel is from volume 4 cuz I read it. Even though I read it years ago, I still remember what happened. Well, not everything that happened, but I still remember the main strokes of what happened because it was just that strong. It was just that good. And the story is so strong that I'm like, I would read other comics, like other American comics, and I'm just like, it just doesn't hit the same way. Or I'd read other manga, I'm just like, but he just did the story much stronger in this one. And even though the fan service is on the surface level of it, it's like the way manga does it is so much more just off-putting sometimes. Whereas this is like, it embraces it for both the men and the women, so it's like so it's fair in the way that it does it, and it's fun and it's funny and it's just a great time, like when you're reading it. And it can get so deep and so dark to the point where it'll make you cry, or it'll make you feel like actually sad for the characters and what they're going through, and you're just like, dang, I didn't expect to feel that way with these with this comic or with these stories. And it's just because Adam Warren is that good of a writer. And I wanted to introduce this comic to y'all so y'all can check it out, because it's one of my primary influences when it comes to drawing comics, and one of the influences that I think about most when I'm drawing my newest comic, Saintly, which is about two college best friends who are trying to outrun demons who they borrowed some money from. So yeah, this is Empowered, and I hope you check it out. It even had a little bit of influence over my first comic, Air Rider. Even though it's like hard to see inside of Air Rider, like what I did to copy some of the influence from Empowered, it's still in there in the sense that I'm trying to write deeply on the same level that Adam Warren is trying to write. I'm trying to create a story that actually references back to past events and references to things that are outside of what is happening in the panel, so that you can feel like it's an actual full world that you're diving into, and not just things happening on the page. Like it's an actual, like you're looking at people who are going through issues. And that was my first attempt at trying to do that stuff. This is actually issue number 2, and you can read both of those for free at the link in my description. And you can also buy your own copies of issue 1 and issue 2 as well. So yeah, I always try to strive for expressions that look like something a real person would do, like and while also keeping that cartoonish edge to my stories, so that they always feel fresh and interesting to look at, just like Empowered. And I hope y'all check out what I got going on with Air Rider in the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.